The Sylvanian families live here, in our land now. But whenever it's quiet and there's nobody except them to hear, they all settle down for a Sylvanian story time. There are so many stories about Sylvania. It had been raining heavily, and it was Prissy Thistlethorn's turn to deliver the Sylvanian Gazette. Father Chester was the editor, and he sighed as he looked at his newspaper. Mother Willow shook her head. Chester, how many times have I told you it's bad manners to read at the breakfast table? Mother Willow thought good manners very important. I'm sorry, Willow, said Chester, but I've written a full page about tomorrow's fair. If it keeps raining, we won't be having it. Prissy made a suggestion. Why don't you walk to the Evergreens' house with me, Father Chester? We can ask Grandmother Primrose if it's going to rain tomorrow. Grandmother Primrose Evergreen was the Sylvanian weather lady. All the Sylvanians went to see her if they wanted to know about the weather. It's going to be sunny tomorrow, said Grandmother Primrose as Prissy handed her a newspaper. My toes have stopped aching and my ears are ringing. Hooray! We can have our fair tomorrow. Grandmother Primrose's weather forecast was right, as usual. The next day the sun shone brightly and everybody was about very early getting the sideshows ready. Grumpy Treefollow frowned as he looked at a picture of Aristotle. What sort of a game is this, looking at a picture of Father Aristotle? This is the real game, said Blinky. You have 3 ping-pong balls, explained Winky, and you have to throw them at Father Aristotle's mortarboard and try and knock it off his head. Scarlett Slydale couldn't wait to try the game. Aristotle Treefollow was always teasing her about her beautiful tail. Oh, do let me have the first go, she said. You can't have a go yet, Scarlett. We haven't brought the ping-pong balls. Buster Slydale came to the rescue. You can throw this if you like. Grandmother Pearl Babblebrook made it. It's as hard as a ping-pong ball. And Buster passed his sister a large cream cake. You aren't very good at throwing, Scarlett. Let me help you, he said. Ooh! Ooh, take 50 lines, take 100 lines, you! Ooh, ooh. I didn't know you were real, said Scarlett. Even Grumpy Treefollow thought it was funny as Buster and Scarlett ran away. That was the best trick I've ever played. You mean you knew I was throwing the cream cake at the real Aristotle? Scarlett felt quite cross when she realized that Buster had played a trick on her. She stood still to think while Buster hurried on without her. Lucky dip, said Scarlett, as she looked at Barnaby and Bluebell Oakwood's sideshow. That's it. I'll give Buster a lucky dip. A dip in the water. Bluebell Oakwood felt puzzled when she heard Scarlett's words. But Scarlett, said Bluebell, we haven't got water in our lucky dip. I know you haven't, Bluebell, Scarlett replied, but Roger Waters has built a raft. A raft goes on water. Barnaby Oakwood interrupted Scarlett. "You can't push Buster off the raft into the water, Scarlett," said Barnaby. "That will be dangerous." "But I could get Buster to take me for a ride on the raft," said Scarlett. "I'll tell him it's a free ride. He'll come then. And I could have a bucket of water with me and tip it over him." Barnaby interrupted again. "It would be better if we told Buster about the free ride. He won't guess you're playing a trick then. You go over to the lake, Scarlett, and we'll send Buster to you." So Scarlett went off to the lake, and before long Buster came back to find her. "Barnaby! Bluebell, have you seen Scarlett anywhere?" Buster asked. "Yes," Bluebell told him. "Roger Waters is giving free raft rides. Scarlett's gone to the lake." "Frowning foxes! I hope I'll be in time for a free ride," shouted Buster, and he too hurried off to the lake. Barnaby and Bluebell were pleased that the first part of the plan had worked. "If we walk slowly to the lake," said Barnaby, "we should arrive just in time to see the fun." Scarlett had told Roger Waters her plan, and after Buster climbed onto the raft, Roger had hidden a bucket of water behind Scarlett. "Oh, Buster, look! There, in the water, there's a peculiar fish with orange and green spots all over it," said Scarlett. "When Buster looks down into the lake, Scarlett will throw the water over him," whispered Bluebell. "Scarlett, you frumpy fox!" spluttered Buster, as his sister poured the water over him. "Serves you right for playing a trick on me," said Scarlett. Everybody laughed as Scarlett guided the raft back to the bank. Buster got off the raft and glared at Scarlett. "I'll think of something else to do to you, Scarlett," snarled Buster. "But first, I'm going to find somewhere quiet to have a snooze." Buster slept for a long time. All the sideshows were ready, and Logan Evergreen had been sent to look for Buster. Lazy Buster! How he enjoys sleeping! I don't think I'll wake him yet. I've got a good idea. Logan hurried back to his sister Summer's sideshow. "Summer, bring some paints and come and paint Buster Slydale while he's asleep." "All right, I'll put some pots on a tray. Logan, you go and find Prissy Thistlethorn. When we've painted Buster, Prissy can wake him up." The three of them walked very quietly to Buster's sleeping place. Summer said, "I think I'll paint a clown's face on him." "I've got some balloons in my pocket," said Logan. "Let's blow them up and tie them to Buster's tail." Before long, Buster's face was painted, and the balloons were tied gently onto his tail. Roll up to the Sylvanian fair. Come on, everybody, see the sideshows. Roll up." Prissy and her friends laughed as they looked at Buster. "Lots of lovely sideshows. Roll up, roll up." Ooh, are the sideshows open? Ooh, where shall we go first?" "You've already been to one, Buster. You've got a lovely bright face," said Summer. "And somebody must have given you a prize for sleeping the longest. Just look at those balloons." Buster laughed as he stood up. Prissy was right. They were going to have lots of fun. Of course, the Sylvanian fair was a long time ago.